another smartwatch to see if it counts steps better than my current one, which only seems to get about 50% of them. It could be more to do with the fact that I tend to use walking aids like sticks and things, and that does affect the way that my arms move, because it's arm movement that these things detect. But anyway, let's have a look at this and see if it's going to be a good option. It's box. Slipcase in the box, and here it is. It comes with its own charging cradle, which it just sits in, and that's the watch itself. There's a little protective cover here which you need to take off. And another one here. Right. Hero Band 3. Now Hero Band 3 I think is also the name of the app, if I remember correctly, from the information I researched before I bought it. Lots of different languages of instructions. This one looks like it might be English. Okay, I might put my reading glasses on to read that. And this is the code to scan to install the app on your phone, which I'll do in a minute. Let's just turn this on. Okay, it might be one of the ones that you have to put on the charger to turn it on, so I'll do that in a minute. Looks quite nice, nice strap. I'll just take my existing one off. Pop this one on. Fits quite nicely. Nice silicone strap. The pins are the ones with the little pegs on that you can push to undo them, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. Feels quite comfortable. Take it back off again for a minute, because I'm going to have to get it turned on before there's any point in starting to wear it. And yes, you've got these little things here that you can pull on if you want to undo the pins to change the strap or anything. So all in all, quite a good device. It's got a slightly longer strap than my existing watch, which is good, because one of the things I have found that sometimes works is putting the watch on your ankle, and you need a slightly longer strap for that if you want to strap it on. So that should fit round my ankle, whereas this one definitely won't. So I'm just going to give it a charge up and start using it and see how we get on. When I pair it to the app on the phone, it will set the time on the watch automatically, as it normally does with these things. So this is the original default screen for the watch. There are some alternatives you can choose if you want. Here is a blood oxygen reading. As you can see, the oximeter and the watch match perfectly. Here is the blood pressure reading, slightly different from the collar and cuff, but pretty close and good enough for most purposes. And here's a heart rate. It was 74 on the monitor when I did this particular. And here is the screen for the app. This is the top bit of the screen. It shows some of the things you can measure, and this is the scroll down to show the other stuff you can measure. So those are all on the app. Here is one of the daily logs for sleep. You can select the day. I'll show you the screen for that later on. And here is a step screen. I think this was on the second day I actually had the watch. That's why it's only 2 days shown. And here is the blood pressure screen after I've taken a few readings. And this is the calendar coming up. It's the same in all of the 3 previous screens to choose which day you want to look. So you can use the power button as sort of a back button. You can also use it to turn the display off, which is something that not all watches enable you to do. So turn on, swipe in this direction, and you can do settings and various other things. Swipe this way, and you go through all the different functions the watch has, like heartbeat and so on. When you get to any particular function, like one of the ones that actually measures like heartbeat, or that's gone into the exercise mode. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go to, like blood pressure, for example. It actually starts measuring it. Obviously it can't at the moment because I'm not actually wearing the watch. It starts measuring it as soon as you go into it. It shows you the weather, which you can set to English you can set it up for breathing exercises. If you touch that, it'll give you a timing for breathing in and out nice and slowly. Yes, I do. Back to time again. So swipe in this direction, and you go into the various functions like brightness and timer and reset and so on. And then swipe in this direction, and you can get into your various messages. So it's all fairly simple to operate on the screen if you want to.